Husqvarna MZ54 zero-turn lawnmower. Had to buy a new clutch. And while I was looking for the right clutch to purchase, the Amazon review for this one of the other people said, hey, this clutch worked for my MZ54, and it's too bad I had to buy it, which is about $160 at this time, because this bolt came off the lawnmower. This is the bolt that fell off of their lawnmower. It's the bolt that fell off of my lawnmower. This is the PTO shaft bolt that retains the entire clutch assembly up onto the engine. So in my case, and I believe in his, it is a Kawasaki FR whatever V. In my case, it's an FR 730V. Down here by the paint can is the PTO shaft of the engine, and all of that stuff hangs off of it. There's a keyway. Right here is the key. So here's the original, and there's the new one. They look similar enough, and I'm going to install it. So if you're seeing this video, this unit did work for this lawnmower, and I know there's a couple of different size decks. I think there's a bigger deck, and there might be a smaller deck. I don't remember, maybe a 48 and a 60. But what ended up happening was this bolt fell off, and I didn't know where it went, because see how big that washer is? As I looked around this lawnmower, there's lots of bolts with washers, but the washers were very, very thin comparatively. And I just could not place where this went. I didn't think it came from this lawnmower because I have a lot of other vehicles around here. Well, it turns out it did. And after, I don't know, about 4 to 5 hours of lawn mowing without this bolt being in the lawnmower, this thing finally came off the shaft. And the reason that it doesn't go back together is, well, those 6 spots there, you can see there's broken metal under them. That broken metal goes on the end of those bars, and this whole assembly needs to stay together. And you can see that it's not together. Also, when it fell, it hung by the wires, and it stripped those really well. This actually, I could put this back on the mower, and those cables would still work, but obviously I'm not going to run it like that. So a new one has to come. Here's a detail of the plug, in case that's what you're needing from this. And the new one has the same cable. So it's tucked under and wrapped around once. So same thing. Okay. So this is the guy. Now it's a 5/8 head on this bolt. What I hope you get out of this video, number one, is that the part number for that is in the description. But the other thing is, look at this bolt once in a while, make sure it's tight. And if you really feel like doing some preventative maintenance, take it out and put a little strip of blue Loctite on it or something, because mine just fell out. My wife found it over by the trees over there. One day she just brought it back, said, I don't know where this came from. It was parked, or it was under where your truck has been parked for a while. Well, it came out of the doggone mower, and eventually so did the clutch. So that clutch runs the lawnmower blades, not the hydrostatic unit. That's pressed up even higher on the shaft. So it can still move around. I just couldn't mow anything, and it was dragging the cables. So that is that, guys. So if you're seeing this video, this worked. Reinstall is really easy. Slip it on the right way, put the bolt in. It's not a big deal. If you have to adjust the air gap, there's ways to do that. You just end up messing with these bolts, these 3 bolts. You just move them a little bit. I don't even know how to check the air gap. There's a feeler gauge, and Ogura, the original makers, the Ogura people, they'll show you how to do it. But anyway, if you can do this with your clutch, it's broke.